I see a pizza and I want it painted black. Christmas pizza.
Monkey's Emporium, the coolest vintage toy shop in the universe. Monkeys.
Good evening. It's Sunday night. Welcome to Tales from the Lost Emporium. We are here to roll some dice and have some fun. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. It's D&D night because it's a Sunday and that's what Sundays are built for, right? Cool. We have no Bushy with us tonight, unfortunately. Boo! Miss you, Bushy. He's feeling poorly. So we've once again gone transatlantic to get a reserve player in. So we've got Chatbox joining us tonight. But before we get on to chatting with our usual cast and crew, let's give a shout out to our amazing sponsors. Johnny, are you up for it again? Because you do such a good job.
I can do it quick. We can do it quick, Carmi. We can do it super quick. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's performance is put together, hosted, and supported by 3 sponsors.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are the Midlands of the UK, or in fact they have a Facebook page, please drop in, see Shared Glass Games. I feel like I need subtitles for our American viewers. Secondly, our second sponsor in the UK, ships all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, for all your vintage toys, Monkey's Emporium. And finally, returning straight off the back of his 90% off offer that he's been offering this week. It finished last night. Sorry about that, chaps. The one and only Lost Boys Pizza.
Amazing. It's Lost Boys Pizza.
Oh yeah, Pete. We may have told Chat last week if they came in and cited the Avengers, they'd get 10% off their order.
Bye, mate.
There we go. It's active for another week.
Bye, mate.
I've been over to the UK a couple of times, mostly in Scotland. They didn't have Lost Boys Pizza the last time I was there, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, come down.
Definitely. We're going to have a road trip sometime. Amazing. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. We have our amazing players tonight. They are stuck in El Terrell, which has been pulled down into Avernus, the first level of hell. And sure, everything's going fine. I'll be honest, I thought it would take longer to get someone to break and make a deal, but thank you, Dan, for last week. Although we can shift some of the blame onto Jeremiah, who lost one of the kids while he wasn't here.
Oh, yeah.
But let's be honest, we know how Pete plays. He would totally have lost one of those kids. Cool. Let's see who we've got tonight. So first off, we've got the guy that made the deal last week. Dan, thanks for joining us. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, so as you mentioned last week, Lord Flashheart very selflessly and bravely made a deal to save the entire group, which may involve sacrificing children. But it was a brave and selfless motivation was for the greater good. So at some point, I need to very, very bravely and very selflessly very inconspicuously try and find a bunch of children to offer to my shield demon. So we'll see how that goes.
Your Pokemon.
Yeah,
My Pokemon.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
you have your Pokemon. You go to. Thank you very much. Yeah, Dan, that was epic last week. I loved every minute of that. Torturing players is amazing. Speaking of torturing, Shari, how you doing?
I'm okay. Yeah, I am playing Fatora, who is a life cleric, and an Eladrin, which is an elf. And basically, I try to keep the party alive, try to stop them from making too many stupid decisions, although it's a challenge.
I got to say, last week you were 0 for 2 because you died and I made a terrible decision.
I know. Well, that's the thing. We're going to see now, because not every time a character hasn't been able to make it, Fatora has died via the DM's discretion. So we're going to. So Fatora is also going to die again tonight now because Pumpkin's not here. So
totally.
Here we go. What's it? 4-0.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Joining us all the way from the other side of the Atlantic, we've got Chatbox. Hey, Chatbox Gary, how you doing?
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? I am still playing the mysterious stranger. I don't think the characters are still aware of the name. The name's Aurelius Gore Hunter. Surprisingly, he's a hunter ranger.
Nice.
I was anticipating being an NPC tonight, but here I am. So yay!
Back again. Amazing. Thank you for joining us at very short notice and stepping in to bulk out the party. We appreciate it. Next, he wasn't here last week. He still got into trouble. It's Pete. How you doing, Pete?
Hello. Yeah, I'm really good. Thanks, DM. Yeah, I'm wicked. I'm Pete. I'm playing Jeremiah Havoc, a human monk of the most tempestuous nature. And I just I rewatched the game from last week, and I think the MVP was Flashheart's fragile masculinity for managing to accept another ranger into the party. Truly, hats off. It was
Amazing.
It was a great game.
Yeah,
And I'm
thank
sorry
you
I
very
lost children.
Which he totally would have done if he was playing.
I probably would have lost more if I was actually playing. You saved me from a worse crime.
Amazing, thank you. And last off, we've got Johnny. Hey, Johnny, how you doing?
Hello, you're right, everybody.
Yeah.
My name's Felix Waterbottom. I'm halfling, I'm a bard. I'm in hell. Shit's going down.
It really is.
I mean, what's the worst thing? You guys asked for this. I would just like to point out. I'm just delivering on the agreement we all had. Yep.
Yeah.
Gary, as a group, we probably owe you
I'm just a last minute addition here. I didn't agree to any of this stuff.
I think we owe Gary and Gore Hunter a slight apology because Jeremiah, why you weren't here last week? Essentially, a whole backstory, like where he was from, what he was doing, everything about him was, Gary kindly wrote up a whole backstory for Aurelius Gore Hunter. And when given the option, did the group want to quiz him on anything? We simply went,
not at all.
No, and just kept running.
We're like, yeah, we trust you.
I'm pretty sure.
Test. Yeah,
I think
every time
this is the way,
He killed like 4 orcs. Right? He's good.
But before that, Gore Hunter killed about 400 to save us, and Felix ran past and went, cheers, and that was the level of our interaction. So,
I think he's okay.
I mean, we put in so much effort on his backstory because it's like I know what this part is like. They're going to quiz him. They're going to pin him to a wall. And they're going to go, tell us everything. I'm like, I need to tick. I know the questions they're going to ask. So let's head this off at the pass. And then it's just like, yeah, kind of.
Well, if he hasn't got a shield that's trying to kill everybody, then he's probably all right.
I should have done the John Wayne character. They may have been more suspicious.
Here's the thing: the moment you think you know your players, you don't. You don't.
Yeah, here's some bread and some cheese and a hot plate. What do you get? The Trojan horse.
Cool. So, where did we leave off last week? You guys had got to the cathedral in the High Hall of Elturel, which is still suspended on these chains 500 feet above the river Styx in Avernus, which is the first level of hell. Blocking your path last week had been this pack of hellhounds, and it was looking pretty dire. Fatora, the healer, went down. Never let the healer go down. It's like D&D 101, right? Adventuring 101. But Flashheart bravely came to the rescue and did the noble thing and signed his soul away. Well, not necessarily his soul, just the soul of... I mean, what are children going to achieve, really? You know, just... They're just more mouths to feed.
It can't get much worse than in hell. So
yeah, they're not going to amount to anything. Cool. So he may or may not have done a dodgy deal that he's got a month to pay off, which were quite good terms. But Gorgath the demon in his shield really enjoyed himself. Squishing lots of monsters. He seemed to thoroughly enjoy it. And true to his word, he went straight back into the shield without any mention of badges or anything. It was like, boom, we've got it. Cool. So you guys had got into the cathedral. And there was a couple of hundred people in there hiding. You were met by a druid named Seltern Obranch and an acolyte of Torm named Ferrier Jinx. And the doors had just been shut, and then you'd realised the little girl turned up and she knocked on the door and came in afterwards and presented Fatora with a gift that someone had passed on. And it was a box containing something, but Fatora opened it and there was this perfectly preserved white rose inside. And that's where we left off. So what do you guys want to do now? I'm guessing long rest.
Yes.
I think you left out the important detail that the rose smelled of fucking cinnamon, DM.
I'd forgotten that. But who has the issue with cinnamon? Yeah, so Jeremiah, you get this waft of cinnamon as your... Because I don't know whether Fatora's shared with you lot. She's just opened the box. There was a lot of questions.
Yes.
What's in the box?
Yeah, I shared it. Well, I would have opened it, pulled it out, and then gone... that would have been it. It would have just been a sigh.
You sighed longingly, is that?
No, I don't know. At this point, it's probably a good thing. I think we could use the extra pair of hands.
Cool. I think upon seeing the white rose and having my nostrils filled with this almost allergic reaction to the cinnamon, I'll shoot Fatora a look and just say, "Should we talk about this in the morning?" And then
Well, I'm assuming because I'm bringing it up to 6, I'm the guy that's closing the doors. So I close the doors and then I turn around and saying, "I brought another lot for you, my lord and ladies."
And Selton's happy to see some people that look like they can look after themselves and provide. But he like looks at you, Gore Hunter, and he's like, more mouths to feed. Did you manage to bring any more food or fresh water for those we have here?
I reach onto my belt and I throw the few badgers that I managed to kill before the battle. I bring only this, my lord, but I'll go out again.
Great! We will make this go as far as we can. My powers are waning. I can feel nature is leaving while we're in this accursed place. I'll keep conjuring good berries while I can, but we need some long-term solution to this food and water shortage. I just hope there's no attack on the way from the foul fiends outside.
Is there rotten food here at all? Is that
yes.
the issue? There's lots of okay.
Yes, and it's also they've been here 2 months, so because they've got no commerce coming in or out, the city's effectively just by itself in hell.
Yeah.
I hear Gorgoreth whisper to me, "Tell him there'll be 11 less mouths to feed soon." Shut up.
Yes,
I bet
the little ones eat a disproportionate amount for their size.
I bet there's a kebab shop open somewhere. Guarantee it. Guarantee you. Even now, there'll be a kebab shop somewhere.
Totally will be.
Just out of interest, we're taking this long break, this long rest. Does that mean we're going to have like an 8-hour rest now?
Well, you guys are going to plan to get your heads down, but don't do your long rest yet, because some of you won't get a long rest. I'll let you know who does get long rested. So don't forget, you brought back Harkina, the woman.
Don't actually push the button yet on the short rest or long rest yet. No. Okay.
Yeah. So you guys have brought back Harkina, who Flash is enamored with, or she's enamored with Flash. Her 2 kids, Ezo and Brask. Then you had Pilster Pebblehook, the halfling baker, with his wife, Ariane, his 3 kids, Brant, Bartok, and the little Farmina. Oh, she's destined for so much.
Which is the one? Which is the one that gave me the gift? Which was the one that ran off?
Farmina.
That was a halfling. Farmina ran off.
Farmina, the little girl. And also you've got Orin, the tatty-looking blacksmith that joined you, being chased by a horde last off. So you have bought more mouths to feed.
Can we make a fire in? Is this somewhere where we can settle down and sort of set up a little base camp? Because
Selton can show you an area that you guys can keep as your own, and it's sectioned off with like some pews. So yeah, you've got a little area.
It's kind of like a refugee camp then.
Yeah.
Everybody's just kind of making their own little space. Yeah.
Now there is in the center of the cathedral, there's a large altar. So it rests on a raised dais in the broad hall. It's made of beautiful polished teak wood, which everything else looks smashed up and in not so good shape, but this is still gleaming. It takes the shape of a gauntleted hand clenched into a fist, and a large lever stands next to the altar, suggesting that it has some sort of mechanical function. And everybody gives that quite a lot of reverence, like there's no shelters been built around it. So they still very much believing in Torm, because that's the symbol of Torm, the god of duty and order.
In that case, I'm going to say to everybody, you go off and investigate. I'm going to sit here 10 minutes. I'm going to do some magic. I'm going to get us a little tiny hut set up, little fire, and I've got some rations. So maybe you guys have a check out, pick up some gossip, find out what's going on. To be honest with you, I just need to sit down and a drink because I am exhausted.
Who thinks as soon as we turn our backs, Felix is going to go and pull that lever?
Well, so I'm looking around and all these newcomers that I've brought into the Sanctorium here all look surprisingly familiar, like I've seen them before, like in statue form, like over the last couple of months.
Yes.
I might have picked some pigeons off of a couple of them at some point. And
yeah, you're right to be somewhat confused because you saw these statues on the other side of the city.
Yeah, and so I guess I'm just looking around, not so much the villagers or anything, but I'm just looking around to the rest of the party. Like, if one or two of them are like off to one side, I think I'll just like start moseying over that way to try to see.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
going on with them.
Our friendly party, they look in a lot better condition than everybody else because they got, as it was being brought down to hell, they were almost immediately turned into statues. So they've not lived in hell for 2 months like you and the rest of the population have.
We still have hope.
Which is why I haven't trimmed my beard. Also, I wasn't expecting to be on camera.
We also look good because we've still got quite a collection of funky shoes and snazzy capes, I believe.
And sunglasses. And the sunglasses.
Yeah, the Ray-Bans, definitely.
Right. Are we investigating this gauntlet or are we going to sleep?
Food's gonna be 20 minutes, half hour. I've got to get this boat started. I've got to get a nice dorm up. If I don't get a dorm up tonight, we ain't sleeping. I think it's wise to get a dorm, like a tonight. Like,
if that is the case, can I go up to the gauntlet and inspect?
You can. So, anybody in chat? I know we've definitely got Jack, our awesome mod there at the moment. I'm going to throw it open tonight, so you guys can decide what Funkin gets up to for the evening. So he's got to go off. He's got to go off and do something. We're not going to kill him off too much, but it's pretty much open to chat what they want Funkin to achieve for this evening, and then Bushy's got to carry on with whatever happens next week. So chat. Let us know what you want Funkin to do, because at the moment he's sort of being quiet and just sort of grumpily plodding along behind the rest of you. You occasionally hear him chunter about stuff.
Is he sucking on a rat? Can we agree he's just sucking on a rat?
Oh, totally.
All right. As long as that constant is there, then the world is okay.
He's painted it black and white to look like a badger.
So, you are going to go and look at the altar.
Yes.
So, what are you going to do? Are you just going to look at it? Are you going to inspect? Are you going to pull a lever? What exactly?
Can I look to see what the lever is connected to? Before I pull it, I want to see what is connected to see if I can figure out what I should do in my head. Like,
it's a bit hard to tell because it's all worked into like this surround. So it's like this lovely polished teak surround. There's just this lever sitting there.
I look to
Feria, the acolyte of Torm, sees you looking and approaches, and she's going, Are you a follower, my dear? I'm sorry, we've lost all the clerics. I'm the last official follower of Torm, but I've not been here long. I can't tell you too much about the teachings. I'd only started on the path recently myself.
I am a follower, but not of Torm. But it's a good god. I'm a follower of a good god.
Yes,
gods go.
Right.
Yes, gods go.
Fair enough. Well, each to our own.
What happens if I pull the lever?
Well, you have to place an offering, and then it will go off to the vault, and your offering will be accepted by Torm, and you will receive a blessing.
What vault?
Don't offer any halflings. I need them.
What vault?
The cathedral's vault, which then the previous master of the temple would empty and make sure the wealth was redistributed in Torm's name.
Is that vault still here? And have you been in it yet?
No, I don't have the keys.
If we can figure out how to get into this vault, that could be Torm's way of saying that any food that you have distributed in the past as an offering to him can now be used in such a situation. If there's food still left there, and
I'm
that
not
would
sure
help.
there will be usable food there.
Well, I can cleanse the food. That's not a problem. I can purify food and things. Like, I can deal with making it good again.
I mean, maybe it sounds almost like you're wanting to desecrate Tom's vault.
No.
I'm not sure. I mean, people mainly left gold and precious materials.
I don't know. I kind of like the way this cleric's thinking.
It's like,
Okay.
not my god.
Okay, I understand that you don't want to desecrate this altar, but how much do you think our gods are going to be able to help us in hell?
The whole building's quite desecrated at this point. We're literally in hell.
Yes, but as you can
Thanks,
see,
Blueheart.
Torm's altar remains pristine. Nobody has cleaned it. This is definitely the area of Torm's blessing.
Then why
Surely
don't
we
you
wouldn't
pray-
want to anger him, but
Pray and ask him.
make
an offering yourself and say
I've
what the
I've
offering
offered-
is for. And then
I've been
if he
offering.
accepts
I've offered
it-
everything I had.
Oh, bless you. Okay. Go on, I'll make an offering. I'll do it anyway. Fuck it. We need as much help as we can get in this campaign. So I will go through.
Two down now. If you keep his car back at home,
will.
2 down now.
They're dropping like flies.
Jeremiah,
Hello.
can I have the bag of holding, please? Thank you. I'm not doy. I put my hands in and I think of the gems that we got from Jalaxel.
Oh, okay.
Probably just
Yep.
as a badger.
And then I look, it's not technically just mine, so I look and go, how many gems should we offer? Because there's 1,000 gold pieces worth, so how much do you think 100 is a nice offering?
Yeah.
Okay, then I take 100 gems, I put the 900 back in.
Yeah.
Back in the bag. And then I offer, first of all, does anybody else in the party want to make this offering?
Yes, I do.
I feel like it'd be better if somebody else did it rather than a different cleric, so...
Yeah. I can do it. Is there anything
I'm
else?
just
you want to- Is there anything else? Is there anything
what
else?
an
you wanna
offering
offer?
of 100
Uh,
gems is going to do in the bowels of hell, but
That's the thing. We've got the different keys, which means we've got like the adamantine
I've got like a pair of bejeweled shoes, like a jewel encrusted ring that's worth like 750. The shoes are worth like 350 that I've literally just been carrying for like 2 years.
They're good for stuff like for components. I know that much. It's a
Okay.
good component. Hold on, let me look through with my book. Let's go right back to where all the fucking keys are, eh? When I had to write out 22 bloody keys. Here we go. Got to try and find this somehow.
So, based on chat, it looks like it looks like Fonkin is getting in on some gaming that's going on. I know the name Gwent's been played, but I think more Fonkin, he's starting up a gambling ring and trying to fleece people of these refugees of their possessions. They don't have much, but it's more like a ration chits that he's wheedling out of them.
We've got like technically a bronze dragon scale. So if we could, I'm not saying we do, there is things like that, a bronze one that we could get off Falco if he's willing to give us one.
Yeah.
There's the silvered warhammer, there's sunlight and a unicorn, but I don't really want to give them up, I'll be honest. Otherwise it's mainly just if what they normally donated anyway was money, I can't see why that would be different.
So there's a little wooden platform, and then you can place the offerings on there, and then someone needs to pull the lever. So
Should we
decide what you're putting on. and
is
who's
there
holding the
something in my inventory that they need that
lever. No, I mean you can put some offering on there if you want. You'll have like some gold coins, but it's entirely up to you.
well, I'm not giving up my stuff unless they
Yeah, I
need
know. You've kind of seen it all before.
We have plenty we can offer at this stage.
Yeah.
Cool.
Should we just do the gems for now and like we can always see an up it if need be? But
Let's do the gems for now. And
okay. As we do it, I look at the other person's like reaction to see how they look.
Excellent. So, Jeremiah, are you pulling the lever?
Yes. Before I pull the lever, I'll revert back to the teachings of the temple and drop to my knees and open my chest up where I've got the tattoo of the temple of the 4 elements, and then I'll say a prayer with my hands in an inverted prayer position, and then kind of forget how you pray and sort of look around and then pull the lever.
I am prepared, ready. So if shit goes wrong, I've got healing. I've still got 2 healing spells.
Can you make me a religion check, which I believe is a charisma-based check?
Religion check.
Is religion charisma?
No, hang on. No,
It's
this is what,
I gotta be wisdom or
don't. Okay, no,
intelligence.
forget that. Forget the religion bit. Just make me a charisma save.
A charisma save.
Yeah.
Should be alright with that.
Oh, I was gonna cast bless on you as
for
well.
fuck's sake. 11.
11. You pull the lever. Your offering is accepted. You feel a bit of a warm tingle through your hand, but nothing else.
Okay. How do I feel about that? Shortchanged?
You don't necessarily feel cheated. You just feel, maybe if there was more, like this warmth.
Yeah,
I think
that almost like this Vegas-like mentality sort of washes over me.
Don't put all
like,
1,000 on.
Like, Victoria, let's double down.
You want another? Okay, I give him another 100.
Like, give us all them fucking jewels, babe. Come on, give us all them.
I'll give you another 100.
Yeah, no. Double it. So
well, that is double.
Double
100, and you double this, and that was 200. And next time, if you want to double it, it goes up to 400. It is double.
So it's 200 in gems on there. Yeah. Cool. You're pulling the lever again.
It's not that. I eyeball it and pull the lever.
Make me a charisma save. You can have advantage on this one.
Thank you, DM. Charisma save. Is 18. 18
Nice.
for 1. Yeah, 18 is the roll of DM.
Ooh,
18.
nice.
All of your hit points are healed as this warm glow seeps completely through your body. Like any scratches or bruising is just immediately vanishes, and the scratches knit together. Any abrasions.
Magic.
Go.
Magic. I look to the rest of the group and say, if anyone feels like they need some healing, this thing's missing out.
I start heading that way.
And I say to Aurelius, I say, thank you for your help. And as a token of gratitude, I load up more of Faitora's gems on the,
That's fine.
on the lever for Aurelius to pull.
So we used 300, so we'll put another 300 up for him then.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I think so.
So, Gore Hunter, give me a charisma save with advantage, please. So roll twice, pick the highest.
A charisma save with advantage. So advantage means I get to roll twice?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pick the best score.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
It wasn't much. 8.
8. Yeah, you just feel this warm tingle in your hands. And you're like,
all your paper cuts heal instantly.
yeah. The calluses on your bow, on your string drawing fingers have softened slightly.
Well, I'm not hurt at all. I was going over to helping out.
It's like DM, which ironically makes him worse at archery. But that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at disadvantage to fire his bow now till he gets the calluses back.
Give him a dose of slack jaw.
It looks like the only other people who are hurt is me and Funkin. So,
But
I'm ruined.
Gore Hunter, your
Yes, sir.
your necklace, you've got a token around your neck, haven't you?
I do.
That you feel it. I would say like vibrate as if a phone's on silent, but you are aware that there's going to be a message coming through soon for you.
Ooh,
It's a familiar
that's cool.
feeling.
I am ready to receive.
You may want to take the call somewhere else or go. It's entirely up to you.
I will duck into shadows.
okay. I don't think, as much as Fator would love to take part in this, I don't know whether she'd be comfortable. I feel like it would be insulting to the other god kind of thing if I only go to them for healing and then. I think part of me would feel. Yeah.
Cool.
You all get a message in your head from little Felix saying dinner is served.
Awesome.
Oh, nice. So you all go and start to tuck it. Felix, what have you cooked for everybody?
So I've managed to, right? I had some water I boiled up. So some of these like jerk, like beefy dried rations kind of softened up. Few little spices, a little bit of salt. I might have done a little bit of magic over it just to make it taste a little bit nicer. But I've also tried to do it inside the hut, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to track all these riffraff to come to our food without being. I'm up for helping them. But first of all, I need to keep my party alive so they can keep me alive and rocking. To be honest with you.
Oh, I mean, you've aced it there. Because it would have been so different if you hadn't done it inside the hut.
I love you, Monkey, and you're working without subtitles. But whoever the admin is, can you turn Monkey up like 10% so I can hear? Because I got 90% of that.
Okay. So did
I'm putting on subtitles for you as well. Hang on.
So did Felix send it to Gore Hunter as well? The message, have you summoned him to your tiny hut?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've sent a message to everybody saying food is up, coming over, everything's ready. Come straight into the hut, sit down. We'll have some food, work out what we're doing next, have a rest, and then hopefully we can fuck shit up tomorrow because today has gone sideways.
So, chat box, you get there, you get to the tiny hut, and this is the nicest food you've tasted in 2 months. You're used to the food tasting of badly boiled cabbage, as all food seems to in hell. And even the water tastes nice. It doesn't taste like horse piss puddle water. So the water tastes fresh and clean, and it sort of invigorates you a bit more than normally. So you're getting like proper sustenance from the food. Is it the hot? Is it the skills of the chef? You don't know. But maybe it's worth hanging around with these guys a bit longer if the food's good.
I'm absolutely willing to hang out with these guys a little bit longer. I am a little bit worried about the good taste in food because I read a couple of books. And the food in hell apparently tastes sweet. But there's a cost. And then I lost the other point.
Because the food's so good. And I guess Flashart, it's time for Gorgoth to speak. And he's like, Flashart, my man, we are going to rule together, but don't forget the deal. Remember, the little one, the little halfling girl, she is to be delivered first. And here are your instructions. Tonight, at midnight, you are to go to the basement crypts below. There, you'll find 2 fonts of holy water. The first font you encounter has a secret passage hidden below it. Look for the unmarked shield in the stonework. All of the others have the fist of that cursed Torm on, but one does not have the fist. Press that, the secret passage will open. Then deliver the child to my waiting minion.
Oh my god. DM, does Flashart's poker face change when he receives these messages? Would we notice?
Flashheart has had the whatever world we're living in version of years of Botox. So he struggles with any facial expression. And he was only half listening to Gorgoreth because he did see he was getting a side eye quite heavily from Gore Hunter, and he was concentrating on that. But yes, message. I said message received. I'm with you.
Brilliant.
I still haven't got my call waiting here on my.
I know yours comes through now.
Okay.
And it's the silky smooth voice of your employer. And I mean, you don't like being called Aurelius, but he calls you Aurelius. He's like, Aurelius, my man. Hang on, I've got to read what he's going to tell you. You've waited patiently in El Terrell for us. That is where we sent you to await our instructions. Well, now is the time. We would like you. We would like you to come and see us. At midnight tonight, you are to head to the basement crypts. There you will unlock a secret tunnel. It is activated by the font, the first font of holy water you will see. There is a shield on it that doesn't have the Fist of Torm. Press that and the tunnel will open. Go along there and we will meet you with further instructions for what we desire you to achieve for us. For the enemies, our enemies are close and we need you to remain closer to them.
Do I know what the Fist of Torm looks like?
Yes.
Okay. By this invitation, do I feel like I can invite friends? I know I've been hired for a certain purpose, right?
Yeah,
it's not entirely apparent to everybody yet.
No. And up until now, you've always worked alone. It's up to you if you want to take other people along.
And forgive me for not knowing the lore quite.
No, that's fine.
Quite as much, but like, is this a job that I will need assistance on?
No, it's definitely a one-person job because it's all about infiltrating someone else for your employers. Your employers have rewarded you handsomely up until now. You've worked for them for quite a while, and you have no reason to doubt them. You're about to meet them. It's up to you if you want to bring other people along. I guess you don't know how your employer will react to that.
If there's even a possibility that it's going that they will react negatively, I'm just not gonna do that. Obviously, my master calls, so I will show up, I guess.
Cool.
Man, I'm already splitting the party, and I'm not even here yet.
It's almost like I wanted to split you all up.
Do you mind me asking quickly for a very condensed version for notes?
Yeah.
So what's happened?
They've both got to go down to the crypts at midnight tonight. Both got to open the same secret passage, but meet different people.
So,
so that's Flashheart
and quite possibly through different avenues.
Yeah.
Essentially.
It's almost like I've filtered them both to a bottleneck to get up to something nefarious.
Is there somebody in the party that I'm even anywhere close to? I don't think so. I think I'm going alone here.
This is all fitting into my short version, which is it's a midnight booty call between Flashheart and Aurelius.
I mean, you don't forget you have
arrangement.
Yeah, you've witnessed a pit demon being summoned by Flashheart. He seems like a likely sort.
I'm chaotic good, so
yeah,
I make my own goddamn rules anyway.
He's friends with a pit fiend, which is always good to have on your side.
Like I said before, I tried to get kind of close to one of the rescuees. Did I overhear anything or any conversations or anything that would have likely got me into the conversation, I guess.
No, I mean you saw them doing all that stuff with the altar.
Well, I'm quite curious about that, but I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I mean they've invited you back for food, so this is all good. Like I say, it's the best food you've had.
I've shared my.
Well,
food
let's
with
all
you.
sit down to a barbecue and talk for a minute.
That's what I mean. Go Hunter. Go Hunter. Have you got any sleeping? Where do you normally sleep? Have you got any bedding? Do you need anything? Because as it stands, looking around, we're in quite a good position. So do you need, like, if you want to get your head down, we've probably got some pillows. If you haven't got pillows, you know, you're more than welcome to stay inside the bubble tonight. The way that the tiny hut works is, whilst you're inside, nothing can get through unless we invite it in, like a vampire. But my only rule is don't invite anything in that's dodgy, you know, because you know we got to keep our cleric alive, as you see. We are fucked. Now,
Cool.
we've already left Flashheart in with our shield. I'm still not. I don't know what's going on here, but I have a feeling Jeremiah's keeping a close eye on that. Maybe we can
Felix,
talk about that.
I'm not sure I've been in your tiny hut yet.
Coming in. So inside, what I've done is today, because hell's horrible, I can choose what the inside looks like. So the outside is just like a plain outside, like grey. It's a bubble that at its highest is 6 foot and comes down. It's about 10 foot round. But inside, I've just got the night sky and stars. So when we're inside, it feels like we're back above ground.
In a nicer place.
I'm just trying to give us somewhere for tonight after 2 months of being stoned, after the craziness of last session. I'm just trying to give us an evening's proper rest because I got nothing left. I got not a single spell. I'm like,
Yeah. I've got 2 spells and I'm tapped. Fetora wants an early night.
So, I mean, you guys can settle down for the evening if you like.
Right.
You're in the tiny hut. I guess you don't need to post guards. It's let's make it like 8 o'clock in the evening, roughly. So you guys, you've had a good feed. You can settle down and go to sleep.
I get my loot out and I'm just gently in the background playing like little songs, maybe listening to the other guys talking about, you know, who's got the biggest dick, that type of.
Let's be real. You're playing Wonderwall, and Fonkin is talking about revenge to Goreham.
Yeah, that's 100% what is happening.
So I'm going to roll the dice on the at least short, if not long rest, and cast Past Without a Trace around the camp.
Okay.
So
Cool.
there's no trace there.
So yeah. So 2 people don't get a long rest, and that is Aurelius Gorehunter and Flashheart.
Yeah,
Because
of
after
course.
4 hours, you've got an important meeting each to attend.
So
Do
I'm
I
taking
wake?
I'm taking the short rest button.
Does Fetora after 4 hours? Would she wake up, or are you just going to say Fetora? Because elves don't sleep; they meditate.
Yeah, you meditate, but you do need the 4 hours completely switched off.
I do.
Meditating.
So I would. As long as I'm away, I don't see them. So then it's like, cool,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I mean,
I've
you would probably come round and notice they're not there. It depends how they want to go about it. So,
Well, I'm taking my
Flashheart.
long rest.
Jeremiah and Felix, you can sleep through like babies if you wish.
I am smoking up to Jeremiah. I have got my head on his shoulder.
I'm perfectly happy with the extra body warmth.
Oh,
Flashheart, what's your plan?
So I'm thinking I'm gonna make sure that everyone is either asleep, meditating, or otherwise engaged in conversations upon revenge.
Of
And I'm
course.
gonna very quietly but firmly say, guys, I'm just gonna go for a little wander around, see if I can dig anything else up with regards to this food situation and you know, what these guys are all about. So I slip out of the dome, and Is the girl halfling easy to find?
Oh yes, totally.
Easy to find.
Oh, you actually no sacrifice.
Not a problem. So I mosey on up to her.
Yep. So Farmina, her name.
Farmina.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like a real name, but when in hell, I say, hello, Farmina. Do you remember me?
Oh yeah, you're one of the ones that saved us. Oh, blessed be, you're awesome. Oh, you're the one with the cool shield. Can I touch the shield?
I wouldn't touch the shield just yet, Farmina.
Oh, okay. Does that mean I can touch it later?
Well, are you a follower of is it called Tor?
Torm.
Torm? Are you a follower of Torm?
Mum and Dad are. I'm undecided.
Well then. Can you spare 5 minutes to talk about your Lord and Saviour, Gargareth?
Oh, he's my Lord and Saviour.
Oh,
this sounds exciting.
If you think this shield's cool, let me tell you, you're not gonna believe what kind of stuff he's gonna do for you. But if you come with me, I can introduce you to him if you like.
Make me a persuasion. I mean, it's going to be easy because she's a child. She's 6 years old.
Now, can I use my +9 stealth in any way? I'm always trying to use my stealth.
Not to persuade her to come with you. No, maybe if she starts to shout.
I have excellent persuasion as well.
Oh, good.
Oh, thankfully, 6 + 5, 11.
Cool. Like I say, it is a very easy test because she's an impressionable little halfling child. So she's like, yeah, okay, yeah, lead on. She goes, can I hold your hand?
And to not be considered a pedophile, you have to mention her car's extended warranty at some point.
Yes.
Well, we're going to see a new god for her. So there is I can make no such claims on the sex test front. I'm doing my best. But I take her hand and I say, come on, let's go. So we're going to head off towards the basement, and I'm going to do it very stealthily, as you guys know. I'm the king of the stealth.
Okay. Yeah. You can make a stealth roll now.
I love making stealth rolls. 18 on the stealth.
But with disadvantage because she goes, why are you creeping so quietly? Let me copy you. So roll again and pick the lowest.
Farmina, you're killing me. 24. Have some of that.
No, it is still good enough. So you head down to the basement crypt, and there's 2 large fonts there, full of holy water. You can inspect them, I guess. It doesn't take you long to find the button. It's the plain shield. You push it in with a click. And then Gore Hunter. Let's go back in time a little bit. What are you up to? How are you going to get out of the dome?
Well, apparently it's 3 a.m. and I'm in my 40s, so of course I have to get up to pee.
I mean, it's before midnight, and you notice that Flashheart has taken himself off for a wander around at some point.
Is there a reason that I awoke from my slumber, or did I hear something or smell something, or
no? I mean, you knew that you wanted to get up before midnight.
Okay. I guess I will explore around, get the lay of the land, try to figure out if the camp is safe and whatnot.
Yeah, it is. Everything's fine. The door's still secure. There's some guards posted outside the door again after the others got ripped apart by hellhounds. Everybody's sort of dozing. You've like I say, you've been here for 2 months, so you know every little nook and cranny of this area. You know there's some stairs down into the basement crypts, and you know that sometimes kids go down and play around there. You know that the holy water actually tastes all right and doesn't taste like ash or horse piss in your mouth. And some people go down there and try and sneak a drink. But you know, those caught drinking the holy water get stern words from Ferrier, the acolyte of Torm, because she thinks it's a waste of holy water for people to slake.
Well,
their
I guess
thirst
I'm
on.
just gonna mosey my butt on down there and take a sniff. Take a snoot for myself because it's the good taste.
So you get down
And
there
hear what I
and
hear and see what I see.
You get down there, and again, there's the two fonts which you know about, but the closest font, you see it's slid across, and there's some steps going down into a tunnel.
Well, and this is new.
This is definitely new.
This is new. Okay.
But you knew that you were going to have to activate some sort of mechanism to get down there anyway.
And what's the visibility right now?
Pitch black.
Pitch black. So I'm going to cast dark vision on myself.
Okay.
And then I will proceed down the staircase.
Excellent. You make your way. It's let me just see. I think it's about 100 feet. Let me just check.
I mean, if you're going to split the party, you might as well split the fucking party.
Definitely.
I'm getting 8 hours sleep. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Actually, you guys that have gone down there, could you give me? So this is Gore Hunter and Flashheart. Can you just give me perception checks, please?
Yeah, if I can find the right button.
Mimics.
Fucking mimics.
Fucking mimics.
Oh, good. 4.
Where is the perception button?
So in your skills,
Skills.
Middle of the page.
No, that was spells. Where's skills? Actions? Ability saves?
No, it's a long column in the middle of your sheet.
yeah, it's got skills. It's got like the 3
Acrobatics,
twinkles.
animal handling, arcane, athletics, description, deception, something.
Oh, there it is. Okay. And now I see what you're saying. All right. And perception?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, please.
There we go.
There we go. We got there.
18.
There.
Sweet irony of the perception check.
Yeah.
So cool.
The guy doesn't know how to play the game, but the character's pretty good at it.
Did you say 18, chat box?
18, yes.
18, brilliant. So you notice there is somebody else down there. They were skulking in the shadows in the basement crypt, and it's the blacksmith that the rest of the party rescued. Guy's name was Orin, and he thinks he's out of sight. He's hiding behind like a statue or a chest or something, and he's watching as you start to descend. It's as you started to go down the stairs, you just looked back and caught sight of him.
I'll give him the cat call, the pss, 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 pss.
And yeah, he comes over and he's like, oh, well, this looks unusual. You're the second person to go down there.
What do you mean second?
Oh, one of the other guys rescued me. He had a little child with him. It was only like 10 minutes ago. He came this way. He's gone down there. Well, what's everybody looking for down there? This is curious, isn't it?
Am I putting 2 and 2 together at this point or not?
Well, you know, Flashheart wasn't there.
I tell the guy, stay here.
Okay.
And I go further down.
Brilliant. So, Flash, you it's like 100 feet along this tunnel. I finally found the bit I wanted to. It sort of goes, it's rough carved into rock, and it's going at an angle sort of down, and you're wondering how far this is going to go, because you know the city's been pulled into hell, and there's not a lot of, you presume, not a lot of earth below the city, and you started in a basement and you're going further down, so you're getting a bit worried. but it does end after 100 feet in a rocky ledge, and you look down and you can see, lit up by the fire in the skies above and the lightning flashes, the river Styx, and you can see these two huge armies fighting each other around the anchor points for the chains. There's demons and devils busy fighting around each place where the chains go into the ground and are slowly pulling the city down. And you're there, and the shield says to you, Flash. Yes, my minion will be here. Simply call out the passphrase. Are you ready, Flash?
I am.
It says the passphrase is Polly want a cracker.
Nice. Well, I'm ready. Polly wants a cracker.
And you hear this this voice full of menace appear from right beside you. It appears, and it goes, "How about I stuff a firecracker up your backside, flesh bag?"
Well, we've only just met. how forward?
And it says, I see you're here to deliver on Gorgoth's deal. And with that, they drop the innate invisibility that they have. And this large, muscular, tusked humanoid, I mean, I say humanoid, it's like 8 foot tall and about 5.5 foot wide. It's got a massive, wickedly sharp dagger that seems to drip poison down its leg. It's busy burning, but it doesn't seem to cause it any problem. And it has this black iron crossbow on one side, and it's sniffing the air with you and going, "So, you're delivering on the deal, I presume?"
I am. I'm a man of my word. And my pal, my soon-to-be business partner, Gorgraf, said, bring this young lady first. So, what do we go from here? What's the deal?
And Farmina's like, "What is that? What's going on?" Like she's petrified because this beast is truly fearsome.
I calm her down. I say, "Don't worry. This is Gorgraf. It's all good. You're about." And then, is it a good time to make a quip? I mean, I was gonna say it's time for you to buy the farm, Ina, but it feels a bit cruel.
And it says, the beast says, "Well, normally when people deliver these things, they're somewhat more incapacitated. But hey ho, are you gonna stuff her in the sack or shall I?" And it pulls a sack from its back. And like Farmina is freaking the fuck out now. "What's going on? What's going on, Flash? Flash out, what's going on?"
I'm gonna put you in the sack.
What? I want my mom.
Don't worry. We've already established I'm a hero, and I saved you once before. So trust me.
Don't make me go in the sack. And you see that Polly opens the sack for you to stuff the child in, and then Polly says, "Just a word of warning. I'm the one that Gorgoth uses to hunt down those that don't deliver on time. So make sure you keep up on the bargain, yes?"
That's not a problem. But if you're that good at hunting things down, how about you hunt down the other 10 halflings that I owe? Or is that is that not how this deal works?
No, I didn't sign the contract. I just enforce the contracts. And
normally I wouldn't ask for a perception roll, but did I actually see him stuff the child into the sack?
Not yet. You're not there quite yet. You're nearly there. And the last thing Polly does, as I presume you're stuffing the child in, is sniff you and says, "I have your scent now, and it smells good, I might add."
I say, "You're welcome, and you are correct."
Just give me a strength roll. You can have advantage because she's only a small child, but she is struggling.
Well, I don't think I need advantage, but I will take the advantage. Yeah.
Well, no, this is Flash Art. Flash Art's got to make a roll.
Sorry.
Yep.
So I've got a 13.
Yep. Okay, you successfully bundle her into the sack. The sack gets whisked up, and Polly then goes invisible. Gore Hunter, you heard a scuffle, and you now come along the passageway, and you see Flash Art standing there. I guess looking somewhat sheepish. Maybe he looks a little bit ashamed. I don't know. Flash Art, or are you pleased with how it's gone?
I'm not pleased. I'm quite tired at this point. It's gone midnight. So
So yeah, Gore Hunter. Nobody else appears to be there, but you definitely heard like voices and some scuffling going on, and Flash Art is there waiting.
All right, and so I see Flash Art standing there, and he's got a sack over his back.
No sack. It's just Flash Art.
Oh, okay, just Flash Art. I heard a kerfuffle.
not from here, man. You sure it wasn't back the other end of the tunnel?
No, you know, I'm getting older. My ears don't work as well as I just got up to pee. So
I thought I saw one of the children come down here, so I came down to see if I could bring her back, but she's not down here. I don't know where she's gone. I'm heading back up. Why are you down here?
I like I said, I heard a kerfuffle. Do you want to go farther on, see if we can find one of the kids, or you want to go back? Like, what's going on?
We can keep having a look if you want. That's not a problem. I very carefully psychically speak to Gargareth, and I say, would this guy count as two?
And he's like, no, his soul carries a taint already. It wouldn't be acceptable.
Roger that.
He sold his soul to another demon.
While that's going, I mean, you guys are talking Flash Art. I mean, you don't need a roll, Gore Hunter, to know that Flash Art is fucking lying. But you could do with that information as you were. It's at that point that Gore Hunter, your appointment kicks in, and your boss and his wife. There's like a shimmer in the air, just on the other side of the ledge, and there is the immaculately dressed gentleman, the Lord, with his lady, and you know him. He doesn't mind being called by his first name because he's there. He's like, Aurelius. Interesting. You've bought company, is it? And there before you is.
This is kind of like a hologram that's appearing in front of me, and Flash Art's still in the room. Is this what's going on?
It's not so much a hologram. You think they actually are here?
Okay.
What was the boss called, sorry?
Victorio.
Did you say?
Victorio. Yeah.
And that's the Lord, yeah?
Yes. And Flash Art, you can see, like, you're jealous of what this guy's wearing. This guy has the latest in fashion for the nobility. And him and his wife look so hot. I mean, you wouldn't mind doubling up. Let's just put it that way. This is ticking all the right boxes. There's the cut on both of their clothing is exactly right. It accentuates exactly what you want to see, Flash Art.
This is all helping me get over the very recent murder of the child. Yeah, this is good.
All right, so I can see Flash Art, and I can see that he sees the same two people in the room that I see, right?
Yeah. So you also notice that you know the lady's name is Amelia as well. So it's Victoria and Amelia. So
I look up at Vic and I said, "This is not the deal we agreed to."
Yes. Well, I couldn't tell you everything because we knew this city was going to get sucked down to hell. But the good news is that makes it easier for us to see you in person now. It would have been so much harder had Elturel not been pulled down to these depths, shall we say. Just because of recent unfortunate circumstances, myself and my wife Amelia have suffered. But we brought you to the city for a reason. I'm glad you chose to wait so patiently until you heard back from us. Now, we knew there were people heading here, you see. That's why we wanted you. We didn't know when exactly they were going to turn up. They may not be here yet, but we have it on good authority that they are going to show up here in El Terrell. So we would like you to... We'll require some investigative powers, which we know you don't lack. You are good at hunting things down, as it were, but we have an issue with these. So we want you to hang around until you find the owners of a tavern called the Screeching Pumpkin. We wish you to be taken into their confidence because we have some unfinished business with them. Once you've got in with them, just let us know and we'll send you more instructions. You will be very handsomely rewarded.
Oh, and there's the quandary, isn't it? I've got no attachment to these people yet. The coin sounds pretty nice.
And they go, let's put it this way, Aurelius. You'll never need to work again should you complete this.
Well, so I take another glance over to Flockhart. I said that wrong.
Yeah.
Flashheart.
I prefer that.
Not Callista.
No, I take another look over at Flashheart before I even respond, and just see if he's perceiving the same thing that I'm perceiving at the moment.
He can definitely see them, but the words that have been said mean absolutely nothing to him. I mean, he's hearing the words. He's not heard of any of this.
But it's in a language he doesn't understand.
No, he understands it.
He doesn't know who the owners are or nothing.
Yeah.
Like the pub means nothing to him.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm more interested in who their tailors are.
Yeah.
I mean, he is
so
enamored.
pretty.
He's even drooling a bit probably at this. He's just like, oh, these are so pretty. I want the clothes and the people within.
Well, I guess I'm going to be the third person to take the deal. Because it doesn't sound bad. I mean, it's a pretty large bounty.
It sounds like an easy payday. You've done a lot harder things for a lot less money.
No, I'm real hesitant about it, but I'll take the deal.
Brilliant. It says, I'm rest assured, once you've completed it, we'll get you out of this hellhole as well, back up to the real world.
Well, that goes without saying, really.
Cool.
I don't want to live in hell with you people.
Can I say that bit I do take note of and remember that. The Gore Hunter knows people that can get us out of hell.
Oh, yes. And with that, they go, well, Aurelius, till we speak again, hopefully soon, please be patient and complete this task. And then they sort of shimmer and disappear. So,
and with them goes their beautiful, beautiful Spanx.
Yeah. I think.
Where do they find their tailors?
You guys head back along the passageway, and what we'll do there, we'll have a quick 5-minute break, if that's all right.
Yeah.
So everyone can top up their fluids and expel any extraneous fluids that they need to. So we will be back shortly. Thank you, chat. Please hang on. Wow, Jack's been busy. He's been allowing terms like a mod.
I know.
Who was that? Was that Sherry trying to do?
Yeah, I quoted Lord Flashheart, and Ultramod was like, "No, this is not allowed."
Of course, it's Flashheart's dialogues never to be repeated.
We're gonna put you in a sack.
We've just found out what Flash. So you know how the Hulk, his special power is he's always angry. Well, Flashheart's always lying, so you can never tell when he's not.
That's true.
I thought you were going to say he's always horny.
Well, that's
that goes without saying.
But he always lies. So is he horny? No one knows.
Oh, wow. He's an enigma. Brilliant. So, yeah, we'll have a quick 5-minute break. We will be back shortly. Hey, we're back. Woo. Hope you didn't miss us too much while we were away. So we've just done the first half. We've just done a little bit of side questing for everybody, just because it's good to have stuff going on that ties everyone together. Maybe there was some names people recognised in that bit. I don't know.
I picked up the Victoria. There's nothing back. There's nothing that I found. But what I'm thinking Castellantas, but that's what I'm thinking. But there's nothing in my notes, and I don't know whether this was told to us before I started taking notes.
Oh, it totally was.
There we go. So
I recognise my my long lost brother Flockhart was mentioned at least once.
Amazing. So, Flashheart and Gore Hunter, you travel, I guess, together back along the tunnel. You pop out. Gore Hunter, that guy that was there before, is no longer there.
Okay, which guy?
When you went down the tunnel, you met the blacksmith guy that with the party. Yeah, he didn't hang around. He's bogged off.
Okay.
But you guys can go back to the tiny hut and have, if you haven't already had a short rest, you can have a short rest.
Yeah, I will go back to the tiny hut. And is there a bar at the tiny hut?
There is stuff to drink there. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think I'll have a drink and a short rest. Yeah. I'm taking the short rest button right now on the program.
I mean, the thing is, this time when you get there, Fatora may be awake. It depends if she wants to have just the 4 hours and wake up, or she may just like a lie in while she's in hell. It's entirely up to her.
I think Fatora would still wake up because she'd still be on edge.
Yeah.
Well, so, while I'm having a drink by myself, I will absolutely offer up a shot to the lovely Fatora.
Hell yeah! Let's have a shot.
And Flashheart, I mean, he's there as well.
I have boobs.
Well, you don't have your own stash there, Flashheart? I mean,
I've got my own little
hip flask. Very good.
Oh no, I'm looking for the free bottle behind the bar. And that's what I'm sharing.
I actually asked Go Hunter because I know the Flashheart mentioned going off to maybe search for food. So I asked the two of them then if they've met up with each other. Did they find any food, whether it is spoiled, whether it is rotten? Even if they know what that is, can they bring the food to me? Because then what I can do is start ritual casting. Where is my spells, motherfucker? I can start ritual casting, purify food and drink.
Well,
I mean, Gore Hunter, you know there's a stash of spoiled food. There's stuff you've been hunting for the past 2 months.
Oh God.
Yeah, well, and I look at you and I say, wait, little lady, do you remember me picking pigeons off your forehead?
Yes.
Were you aware of the time when you were a statue?
Yes, but surely at this point, if any of your food has become perishable, I can make it non-perishable. It won't taste very good, but then nothing in hell tastes very good. But it does mean that it'll taste the same. It just means that it won't be poisoned or rotten or diseased anymore, and it'll mean you have more food for your people.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, little lady, is if you go back to the place where your statue laid, that's where we put all the rotten food.
Cool. So there's none here in this building?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. They'll have had sense to get rid of it all.
The water that they do have, I remember people saying it doesn't taste very good. Can I at least start ritual it over the water so it's clean and it's...
Yeah. They've got some barrels of what they call drinking water, and then there's the holy water as well. Yeah, you can go and find that and start doing that.
So I start just doing stuff like that, and then I bluntly look at the two of them afterwards and cool. So you didn't find food. Where the hell have you both been?
We've just been cruising around. Gorhan's been showing me the area because he obviously knows it, so I'm a bit more familiar with what the place is about. Just chilling, man stuff.
Just getting
Man
a little bit more familiar with the bowels of hell that we're getting dragged into right now.
Insight, motherfuckers.
I mean, yeah, you can make it.
I'll make an insight roll. Oh, nah, shit, 11.
I mean, they're completely truthful. This
Right.
is God's honest truth.
Right. Then, not to be rude to them, I'm assuming they both would have seen me pulling out the gift anyway from the other day. So the next thing Fator's going to do after going, right, okay, is she's going to try scrying to see if what's his name is in hell. Because it only works if they're on the same plane of existence.
Yeah.
So I'm going to find out if what's his name is actually in hell, and I'm going to cast scry.
Okay.
The pirate.
Which he needs, yeah. Because he gave a gift, so because it only works if it'll only work if they're on the same plane of you. So if he's not on the same plane, then we know that much. But I think if I remember correctly, he's got to make a wisdom saving throw. 17 is the DC.
I mean, he passes it, but maybe he wants to be seen.
Maybe that's up to him. But
Well, in fact, yeah, I mean, he totally knows that you're scrying on him, as he knew this would happen. So what you see, what you're expecting is a top-down view.
yeah,
What you're getting is an arse rear view of his tight leather pants. He's not wearing his long jacket, and he's sashaying through what appears to be. Well, it's sort of laid out a bit like a ship, but there's lots of steam and it's metal. And he's got his guys around, and there's a lot of shaking and clanking and a lot of noise going off. It's almost like it's something rumbling over land. And then you see his hand come down and just like beckon up as if he's beckoning up the camera. And then it comes up, and he looks at and he goes. Although he doesn't wink because he's got an eye patch, but he goes.
that's true.
Sounds like a gore concert.
And then it all just goes sort of misty and goes from your view.
Okay, so he's in hell then.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't gone through. Okay. Right. Cool.
Brilliant. You guys did that. So now we'll just go forward to Felix and Jeremiah. So everybody's awake now inside the tiny hut.
Good morning.
You two have had your rest.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Did you sleep okay?
Oh wait, I'm not there.
Yeah, you are there. You are there.
Yeah, we're all here.
Everyone's there now. Yeah, it's been a while.
I look at Jeremiah and I say, "Good morning, Jeremiah. Did you have a good sleep?"
Oh, I feel great. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, got to shout out. We've had some bits. Thank
We've had
you,
some bits?
Crazed Hunter X, by the looks of it.
Oh, Craze!
Hey, thank you very much.
I have to. Craze is a mate of mine, and he is the absolute sweetheart. I like.
Thank you very much. Awesome.
Love you, Crazed.
We all love you. Yay.
That is so cute. Oh, bless him. Oh,
Good.
he's such good people. He's also from across the pond, and he is such good people. He is absolutely sweetheart.
There we go. You're in good company, chat box. You've
Yeah.
It's a big country. I don't know where he's at.
I always get it confused, so rather than say and just not go into, because I'll get it wrong, because my memory's shite. But
I start doing some breakfast.
Oh,
Do a bit
amazing.
of cooking, get some breakfast going. I look at Flash Art. Does he look
looks tired. Yeah. Him and Gore Hunter.
I look at him and I go, Flash, but are you all right? You look tired, man. You don't look your fresh, fantastic self. Are you all right?
I appreciate that you notice I normally look fantastic and fresh, Felix. Thank you very much.
I obviously don't know, Go Hunter. I mean, I don't know what you look like in the mornings, to be honest with you. Like, honestly, I've never slept with you before.
yet is the key word.
With time, you seem quite nice. But yeah, I'm a bit worried about Flash.
Imagine an Iron Hill dwarf on a bad day. That's my normal.
Brilliant. So I kind of look at Flash and I just comment on that. and then just get to making some breakfast and kind of say, well then, what we're doing today? Come on now, man. We are in hell. Hey.
Well, if we can, I understand if we don't want to. Where we were statues, there's some rotten food. So if it helps with these guys, I can purify that. And I can get it back to being so that they've got more food. So that's an option.
Maybe if there's any like rotting cucumbers, you could repurify that, and then I could give Flashheart a facial.
Amazing.
Okay.
I mean, I was pleased with that.
If there's any, so Fatora, what we're looking for, because I don't want to use any of mine, obviously, but what we're looking for is kelp, cucumbers, and if there's any sort of like salt that I could turn into a scrub with oil, then I think I can.
Yeah, man, let's get him.
Well, between me and Felix, we'll definitely have salt because we've got component pouches, so we can definitely have salt to give you as well.
And then if there's only like mango or something, I can revive his hair for him, can't I?
Of course.
So right, guys, we're in hell. And we're going to organise a spa day. Is that what we're saying?
Yes. It is the best temperature for the sauna.
Priorities are exactly where I just said they are.
And Fonkin goes, well, if you like, I can give you a very small facial massage with this little tentacle. It's like cupping on a much smaller scale.
I will let you boys
vapor things and kind of like steam.
Yeah. I will let you boys know that my ex-lover is in hell.
No.
Your current lover could be too.
Flashheart, not now. Yeah, he I don't know where, but I was able to scry, which means I know he's on this plane of existence. So I don't know whether.
What was he doing?
I don't know. He was on a fucking metal ship, but it was like land, and so it was a metal ship that works with land, and he was just being.
He got money.
Of course, he has.
You should never have dumped him. He had money. You wouldn't be there. Like
you don't owe him a thing.
I love this so much. Well, I don't owe him a thing. After yesterday, would having somebody. I am quite happy to say no, but I think he's on his way anyway.
We need to find him because he can get us
would have an extra pair of hands. Well, that's the thing, because he's managed to come to hell, and he clearly didn't come to hell with us. Meaning, how did he get to hell? So he might know a way out of hell.
And I look at Go Hunter and I say, chaps, let me tell you a tale. And I pull up my guitar.
Oh, good, a song!
And I tell the tale of the cleric and the pirate.
That is a fucking opera waiting to be written. That is.
Is it how the cleric lost their innocence, had their innocence stolen by a pirate?
It wasn't stolen. That makes it sound like a lot rapier than it was.
Looted.
And how
rapier. Rapier? Really? That's a word now?
Yeah.
And as the end of it rings off, I just look him in the eyes and go, must be love.
love.
Amazing. I mean, Johnny, you can have an inspiration point if you haven't
Thank
already.
you.
Yeah.
For giving us the tale of Fatora and Jarlaxle.
if we were to go and get this food, Fatora, we would probably need Felix turn one of us into a bald eagle or something to go and get it, surely, because is it not quite a distance away?
You would have to cross one of the two bridges again.
Yeah, that's the thing. If we did decide to do it, it would mean another trek. So I understand if we don't, but whether it's on the way. I mean, the other thing we've got to do is we've got to find Zariel, and we've got to find the sword.
Oh yeah.
And
10 halflings. What?
What?
There's a knock on the outside of your dome thing, your tiny hut, and there's a voice going, hello, is anybody in there? Hello.
Do we recognise the noise? The
You
voice?
Stick your
You
head
do
out.
recognise the voice. It's the blacksmith that you saved. Orin.
Who's going to stick their head out?
I will.
Steve!
I go up and I go. Well, I go up and the first thing I do is look to the people who I think are in charge of this chapel and go, should I open the door?
No, this is outside your tiny hut because
He's knocking on the bubble.
he's not on the list.
Oh, then yeah, I open up the door at least so he can see in and we can see out, and I go, yo.
There's something curious happened during the night. I thought I'd come to see you guys because you could probably help. Poor Pillister Pebblehock, he's beside himself. His little girl's gone missing. Farmina, sweet little child she was. I just wondered if you would opt for helping organise a search party for her. Shocking it was.
Farmina, which one's she? What does she look like? Describe her.
She was the small one that you lost yesterday. But then she came back,
The one
delivered
that would
it to
fit in a sack. Is that what we're saying?
Looking around the room
She-
for something to distract me from
What? She's the little girl that gave me the gift.
Yes, that's what she's gone.
Oh,
No one
okay,
can
then
find her.
I use my scrying orb and I scry for her. That would be my
Okay.
first.
Yep.
Yep.
Do it.
Static. Nothing.
Guys, was that not the girl that ran away yesterday when Jeremiah was looking at after her? So
Yeah.
she's probably just run off again. Come on. This is not a good use of our time. I heard talk about spas and facials.
And Gorgoth is like, she tasted so good.
I'm gonna make eye contact with Jeremiah and Felix at least, because obviously and Funkin, and I'm just gonna turn around and say, I'm seeing static. I can't see her.
This doesn't feel right.
I've been
She's
around
not
the block a couple of times, and so I'm a hunter. I'm a tracker. I'm just gonna I guess I'm gonna head towards the last place she was seen.
Where was the last place you were seen?
It's like, it was with her family. They've got this little area. We're all like refugees here. You know, we all take a corner where we can. So he takes you over and goes, Flashard, would you like to come with us?
Sure. Yeah. Sounds like
Is there
hero work.
anything about Flashard's behaviour that would make me question that will make any of us?
I mean, he's
all
playing.
follow
He's
the
playing an
insane
absolute
cowboy
blind.
because that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Huh? What was that?
I said, let's all follow the insane cowboy because that's a good idea.
Perfect.
I mean, Flashard is playing a blinder. I'm going to say this.
He's getting away with it, isn't he?
Well, I'm not.
It was just the girl that disappeared. Oh, she's
Guys, we're talking about an unreliable source here. She's already disappeared once. What's to say she's not disappeared again? And there's hellhounds outside. That's probably what happened to her, guys. She probably got snatched up by a hellhound.
Do you get static when they're dead? I'm saying this out of your instance of the parents and shit. I'm asking Fatora. So if she's because he is right, we are in hell. Like, if she's wandered off,
she's fucked.
Yeah.
You know, you would get static if she wasn't on the same plane, or if she didn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it's either she's not in hell, or she's.
So at this stage, we could just.
I think that Jeremiah's assumption would just be that she's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
Well, she fell off a cliff there.
We've got two ways of playing this. We can be blunt, or maybe we can try and spin this to help the parents
we can't be blunt. We'll break their hearts.
So why don't we spin it as our offerings last night meant that Torm saved someone and she happened to be chosen because she's a child who they were followers.
It was the will of Torm. Torm be praised. That's what I'm saying.
No, it was the will of God, and she takes it like a badger.
Yes.
Let's offer to search for the child, and let's take a look at where they're staying, and maybe improve their security and the parameters, and do like have a conversation with the other children about the importance of staying together as a group.
Yeah, that's the
after
thing.
each
Yeah.
other. That's how I would approach it.
Fator agrees. I'm just looking through my spells to see. I doubt there's anything, but
Okay. While she does that, I say that to the parents. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Look, we'll do our best. You know, our time's precious, but we'll do our best to find her. We're here with Gore Hunt, who's, you know, a class tracker. If anyone can find her, then Gore Hunter can find her. Let's come and have a look and see if there are any clues around your site where you've been staying, and let's make sure. But all the other in the party and telling somebody when you walk away.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
And I mean, Owen's like, I mean, that sounds marvelous advice. Yeah. We should perhaps tell all the children that. Flashheart, maybe you would like to give the children a talk on the dangers of walking off on alone or accompanied. Flashheart, I think you'd be perfectly placed to do that.
I will give these children a strong speaking to about how you should never ever walk off alone. But when we're a trusted, heroic adult, when they tell you to go somewhere, you should really listen to what they're saying, because it's probably for your own benefit.
Yeah, definitely don't go down any dark staircases or secret passages.
Unless you're with a trusted, heroic adult.
Right. What is trust at the end of the day, Flashheart? I mean, you know, how could you trust me and I could trust you? How do we establish a point of trust?
Well, why don't me and Orin go and have a conversation somewhere?
We can come up with a way to teach the children how to be safer in health. That sounds like a good idea.
You fucking
do any of us pick up on Flashheart?
No, we don't. He's absolutely blinding it.
Am I about to get shaken down by a blacksmith?
Totally.
Well, we can.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, Gore Hunter was all about going after the little girl until Jeremiah put slammed logic down on his face. It's like, you know what? Maybe we don't go out and look for little girl.
No, we should go and look for her. We have to go. You have to go.
Who were the last people to see this little girl? Because I've got Zone of Truth, so I can cast that, and then we can ask questions. And
why do the guys hate Flashheart so much?
Well, Flashheart, you've walked away with Owen now.
But like the last people, at least them, like they all know, because sometimes you don't always remember things, you don't realize, but maybe subconsciously they know. Yeah. At least then it'll be things like that. There's ways of doing that.
I'm not entirely sure that Flashheart doesn't have the girl in his bag.
Yeah, it's the parents and her siblings, remember, all settling down at night, and then they all slept heavily, because this is the best sleep they've had for a while, because they've had the traumatic couple of months, and the journey to this place was quite draining.
Maybe then Gore Hunter, you can help. Yeah, maybe track in where the last few steps were.
How would you go about tracking something like this?
You can
I'd go to the last place that she was seen, and then I would look around.
You can make me a survival roll to track them. It's going to be really hard though, because it's like an inside place and people have been walking everywhere.
It wasn't that hard. He was about 10 feet away from me, stuffing her into a sack, and he's not the best.
Like at a disadvantage or just a regular roll?
Disadvantage, please.
All right. So the good roll was a 19, Jack. Apparently.
I'll see, Jack.
The bad roll, I'm assuming, is going to be, So the good roll was a 19. The bad roll is a 16.
Oh. Yeah, so you can see there's a lot of scuff marks. You can sort of make out a child's footprints heading away, along with maybe someone else's. They're larger footprints, but they're very scuffed. It's hard to identify exactly what they were, but they're just leading away, and you can't tell where they're going. They just come like out of their little family area, and then it's all, because it's a communal area, it's all then impossible to track from that point on.
Okay, I'm gonna do a random charisma roll to determine how I'm going to describe this. All right, so it was a really bad roll.
That's a good game strategy. I like it.
I love how
as
you
I-
roll for how you're going to describe something.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a really neat. Yeah, that's neat. That's neat.
So as I'm looking around the situation, I saw all the things that Gary just said, all of them. However, I have created my own scenario as to what actually happened. And what I believe, and this is what I'm telling you all, is that some sort of random monster came across this grove and found this little girl in her little yellow dress picking daisies. And they created a friendship with one another because, you know, Beauty and the Beast or whatever. And yes, they have just gone down to the seaside to see the ocean side. That's my determination of this crime scene.
Can I roll to see if he's got a concussion without explanation?
We've already established that this child is either dead or not on this plane. So this is the worst bit of manhunting I've ever come across.
I love it. Coffee break.
I mean, you think that maybe he's masking details of the story to save the family from particularly gruesome details. It's probably he's a mysterious ranger. He doesn't socialize with people very often.
Okay. Either way, does he at least say or does he at least tell us with the?
Yeah, so he's pointed out he could definitely see
my
tracks coming
charisma
out.
check was 4.
Yeah,
this is not a good story.
He pointed out where her footprints come out with somebody else's.
He pointed in the right direction. I think that was the only thing that was correct.
But it was like she could have been heading to the main doors. She could have been heading further into the cathedral. It's impossible to tell.
You can't tell where. Okay.
Flash art. So where do you take Orin then?
I take him to
a quiet corner.
Yeah, to a secluded corner, and I say, so what do you want?
Well, I mean, what's it worth to you? I saw both of you last night. I mean, not just you and the girl, but Gore Hunter as well. It's all very mysterious. I mean, I've got to ask myself, why are people creeping around at midnight? Particularly one with a small child who then disappears. I'm not one to judge. You do what you have to get by. That's what we all do now.
Orin, is it? Orin?
Oh, Orin. Yeah.
Orin. Did you see yesterday when out of my shield a pit monster came out and annihilated everything in its path?
I did. Yeah. That was impressive. Impressive stuff.
Yeah, it is impressive that I have the ability to unleash a demon at my will and have it destroy anything in that I ask it to.
I see. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of collateral damage it could do if it was unleashed in here. I mean, you know, she's not the only one here who serves higher beings. I mean, yeah, who does Gorgoth serve then exactly?
And how would you know it's Gorgoth's name?
Oh, you know, I know he's a minion of Zariel. I mean, Zariel. Me and Zariel are like that. We're best buds, you know. So, you know,
you're the veiled threat, isn't it?
Right. So, Orin, let me ask you this: do you want in at the ground level of the greatest hellbound pyramid scheme the world's ever seen?
I mean, I could put in a good word for you if you know. If we can come to some agreement. Well, I mean, Gorgoth's good, but my line goes to his boss.
Okay. How are you at securing halfling children?
I mean, how well do you want me to be at securing halfling children?
I mean, I need about 10.
About 10. People,
I mean, by my count, there's at least 30 here. I've counted, just for my own amusement. Okay, well, when and where do you need them, and what do we have up for trade here?
What do you need? What do you need from me? You obviously know a lot about my situation. That I'm in the depths of Gorgoroth, but we do have a relationship where we will be looking at doing some ruling together. That is the plan.
Yeah,
I'll be the brains. I'll be the brains. He'll be the brawn. This is how we do these things.
I mean,
I love this.
Do you still want to be beholden to Gorgoth, or would you like to be free of that deal?
Well, I'd like to see the deal through if I can.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Because you're talking a big game.
I know, and I can deliver. Whilst I can't stomp things like Gorgoth, I mean, I've got the hotline. I'm authorized to deal on Zariel's behalf.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So, how about me and you have a conversation a little bit later down the line in a couple of days? Let me see what's going on. Let me see what. So although I come across as a heartless yet heroic gentleman, I do actually care about my team. So I'd like to see them. I'd like to see them through this as well. So short of annihilating everything, let's revisit this. I can tell you're going to keep your mouth shut. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean now we seem to have some sort of accord. I tell you what I'll do to sweeten the deal for you.
Okay.
I will start work on making sure that I get, like, let's say a nice even dozen halfling children. I'll start like an apprenticeship, and I'll start it so that I'm able to get them to a separate area. Should they be required to go somewhere? I'm a blacksmith. I'm respected. I can start to teach them skills under the pretense of separating them from the chaff, shall we say?
This sounds like a good idea, because I have a suspicion I'm going to need more than 10 halflings come the end of this relationship.
That's not a problem. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be in touch soon.
Okay, we'll speak soon.
Okay. And Flashart comes back to the party.
I say, God blimey, all he goes on about is blacksmithing. What a bore.
I thought you went over there to talk about what to say in the presentation to the kids.
I did. And he started going on about how to shoe a horse, forging a broadsword. Tiresome.
You look good.
Right. I look for what's her name again? The druid or cleric person with it.
Seltern is the druid. Feria is the acolyte.
I go to Feria, and then I'm going to say, do you have any books left over from the last 2 months to do? We are trying from good source about finding Zariel or Zariel's sword.
No, all I've got is this. This was entrusted to me, and she brings out this book. She goes, "It's Tome of the Creed Resolute." Yeah, I mean, as the last surviving representative of Torm, it's for me. This is the oath that all citizens of Elturgard take when they're old enough to read. This is where they swear to defend Elturel body and soul. It's had some alterations to it, but as you can see, everybody's name is magically entered. They don't have to be able to write; they just need to repeat the oath. So this is the names of every soul that was in pledge to Elturel.
First of all, I look for my name because I'd want to know the same way in any credits when you've been a Patreon for someone, you want to find your name at the end. That's the first thing I do.
Yeah, your guys' names aren't in there because you never took the oath.
Okay. I've just realised something. Obviously, you're a follower of Torm, correct? So you know the whole story is the 300 years ago, the big war, the whole thing
Oh.
with the thing in the sky. And
Yes, with the brave Hell Riders. Yes, when they
Yes.
stormed into hell with Zariel the angel. Yes.
Okay, wait here. I run back. I pick up the elephant. I come back and I go. So you'll know who this is. I think Lulu has told us her name. You'll know who this is. It's Lulu.
No. I know Zariel. The legends say she rode a mighty mammoth, but
Not
this-
a tiny elephant.
this does
Yeah,
not
tiny.
a mammoth of mighty proportions make. She's a little thing, and it's like Lulu's like.
Don't be mean to the elephant, or I will hurt you. I will make that clear. We do not harm elephants. Okay, she is little and baby, and you need to be nice. And she does sparkles every now and then, which is great. Jeremiah also likes the elephant. The others not so much.
I love that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What if? Okay. So you know about these mounts then? Do you know anything about the mounts in terms of forgetting memories, or where do you know any from your story significant details about landmarks in hell that the fight was taking place?
I mean, one of the biggest landmarks in Avernus is the river we're over, the River Styx. Rumours are that people submerged in there suffer memory loss, sometimes worse. I mean, maybe the little thing took a swim. I don't know. Did she drink the water?
And I just look at the elephant and I go, "Did you drink the water from the really pretty river?" I'm assuming it looks pretty. In my head, it reminds.
No, it's black tarry water.
Oh, it's black?
It is
Okay.
not pretty.
It's like the sewers in Ghostbusters too, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not like Hercules, understood. I was imagining very blue and glistening because all the souls. Then I will. I guess I look at Lulu and I go, "Did you? Do you know what the River Styx is?" I'm trying to see what Lulu remembers.
Lulu looks a little confused, and then at that, boom, boom, there's two knocks on the door to the cathedral.
I just look at it and go, "I don't think that was the elephant." I will be honest. I don't think that was the elephant.
And then you hear the spear butts of the guards that are out there banging on the door to be let in.
Flashhawk, go and see who that is, won't you?
Oh, the hero's job is never done. Not a problem. Have we got one of those like ka-chunk we can look through?
Yeah. Yeah.
So boom. Yep.
And that's not an initiative roll yet.
Nope. Out there, you see the two guards looking flustered, and then there's a cloaked gentleman stood between them. He's tall and thin. He's got the hood over his cloak, and on his shoulder, he's carrying with one hand the fully armored, unconscious form of older Ravengard.
Oh, no way.
Older.
Does Flashhawk recognise it as Older Ravengard?
Oh yeah, because you've travelled with older Ravengard.
Yeah.
And he's dead. He's unconscious, or he's dead.
Unconscious.
He's unconscious.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Well, first of all, does Flashheart let us know?
Yeah, I'm going to confer, with the guys and let them know what's by the door and say, "Am I opening the door?"
Oh my God, let them in. Yeah, let them in.
Yeah. They need to come in, but make sure you close the door straight behind them.
Yeah. And as we're sort of letting them in,
I've got a potion.
Have we got healing spells ready, or do I need to?
I've got healing spells and stuff. I've got healing spells, but I've also got water with a hint of healing, which does work. So I'm first of all going to give him that just to get him to come through, and then see where he wants to go from there.
He coughs and splutters. Oh, and you notice he's wearing a helm, an unusual helm that he wasn't wearing before. It's like an iron helmet with like a shield on it with a fist in it. It's not the flaming fist. It's definitely the symbol of Torm.
There's a shield with a fist in it.
Yeah, the Fist of Torm. And the other guy keeps his hood up and his long cloak, and he's got very sinuous arms, and he just like gently places the body and then steps back and just starts to move back into the shadows, as it were.
But like I'm preparing my cure wounds spell.
Cool.
But I want to do like an Arcana roll.
Yeah,
on this
no worries.
on this pair.
While he does that, I'm going to look to the guy who's trying to step away and go, "Where are you going? You're the one who found him. We need to ask you questions too. Like, where did you find him?"
He's like, and he's got this very sonorous voice, very deep, and he's like, "I found him at the what's it called? The Great Cemetery, I believe it was. I found him at the Grand Cemetery.
Was he
His
like this
guards, his guards were dead. He was unconscious. I figured this was the best place for him to be."
And who are you? Great War Cemetery.
The Grand Cemetery, yes.
Yeah. Sorry. And yeah, who are you? Like,
I'm no one of consequence. I was at the right place at the right time. I've delivered him.
How did you know to deliver him here?
Well, this is where all the survivors are, isn't it?
100% this guy's about to turn into a demon.
I know. That's what I'm thinking.
So my Arcana check was 16.
What was it on? Was it on the guy in the hood or the
the guy that's talking?
Okay.
Because I might recognize a religion. I think I don't know.
Yes. So yes, you can just see under his cloak. There's a large symbol, and it's what a priest of Lafanda would wear. Lafanda is known as a good god or part of the good pantheon.
He's one of the ones that's allowed in the city, wasn't he?
Yeah. You see it's somewhat tarnished, sort of with age.
So can we see his face yet?
No, he's keeping it in shadow.
Well,
you can see sort of dreadlocks hanging down from it, and he's got
I go up
dark
to him,
skin.
I walk straight up to him, and I say, "Hello, my name is Felix Morbottom. This is the Reavengers. We would love for you to stay, have some food, but first, sir, we must see your face. Could you just bring it? We're in hell. There's a lot of shit going down. Show us your face." And as I say, I'm hoping Jeremiah steps at one side of me. I'm hoping Flashheart sets up the other thing. And I'm kind of hoping the Gorath is just kind of stringing an arrow. We're not attacking, but we look like, don't fuck with us.
We're ready.
Well, the arrow was already strung when you asked.
Yes, Skull Hunter. Nice.
And he's like, "My face is of no consequence, but very well." And he reaches up with this long, sinewy arm, and his hands the nails are dirty and chipped but pointed. And he pulls the hood back, and it's dreadlocked, dark skin. His eyes are like Funkins. So they're like the eyes of a drowned man. And he goes, "I find it easier to conduct business, not face to face, because of my affliction."
Oh, we got a friend like you. Why, Pumpkin, you know him.
You're like the friend from work.
Yeah.
Pumpkin is busy fleecing people at Knucklebones in the corner.
That is true. Fatora goes through and looks for one of the Ray-Bans then and goes, "Maybe you'd prefer one of these if you seem to be
nice.
if you seem to be a bit self-conscious, like."
And he goes, "A gift gratefully received."
There we go. If
If
anyone asks, it's because of the flames from hell and they're too bright for you and you've got photophobia, okay? That's what you say to people if they ask.
Very
And
well.
at that point, people should leave you be. Right.
What's his name?
He hasn't told us.
He hasn't told us his name yet.
Now about those nails, Jeremiah is setting up a
Nail salon.
I've already I've used 4 elements to conjure a bowl of water and I'm heating it with a little flavour.
I've just noticed that Jeremiah's like we've all got our names and maybe our class. Jeremiah's got human monk / diva.
Oh, he's totally a diva.
I love it so much.
I'm a giving
well-
diva. I want other people to feel good and look nice too.
Of
I mean,
course.
since Flashheart's been in hell, he's no longer been calling himself Lord of Awesome.
I know.
I don't think Hell's agreeing with him.
it's gone downhill. It's actually because when we do it on the other platform, I don't have any control over my princess.
I mean, being around this guy, you do get an uncomfortable feeling, but he takes the glasses when he goes, "If I may leave, I have stuff to do."
Where do you?
Whoa! You can't leave.
We got questions.
We
And
got drinks.
breakfast.
Come and have a little bit of it. Come sit with us. Have some food. Maybe Fakora can check your name in that fucking book. And we can just
Yeah,
go from
right
there.
up there.
I look around to the party and I say, well, you know, like, I've lived a long life, but I understand that people are much more willing to answer questions when they're in a great deal of pain. And I,
No.
and I shoot him in the foot
Oh,
and pin him down.
Go, Hunter.
You shoot him in the foot. Oh my god.
That
He's
took a turn.
I would like to note that all 4 of us said no and we're trying to help. Only one person attacked him.
Give me a to hit roll.
A hit roll. That would be with my bow. I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to do this, guys.
That's all right.
It's funny. It's funny as fuck. It's great.
21.
I'm just gonna
21
throw-
hits.
I'm going to throw out there that we didn't ask him. He hasn't refused to say anything, and you just shot him.
I know.
It is in the foot. Give me a damage roll for it.
All right. So, wow, that was actually a surprisingly little amount of damage. 5.
5. Cool. He doesn't even flinch when it hits his foot, and he looks down, and he bends down and plucks the arrow out. There's a slow seep of blood from the wound, which then instantly stops. And
I might have fucked up here.
He holds the arrow in his hand, looks at it, and he slowly walks over to you, Gore Hunter, and he goes, "I believe this is yours." And
As he walks past, I say to him,
He rolled-
"It's
he
really
rolled-
yours too."
he rolled a 19 to stab it into your shoulder.
Oh, goodness.
And he does 8 points of piercing damage as he leaves your arrow there, and then just turns his back on you and walks away.
Can we at least?
Well, I feel appropriately chastised.
Can we at least know your name and like if we need to find you, know a location? We appreciate that you've brought. We genuinely appreciate. The 4 of us appreciate that you've brought him back.
He goes, "It's fine. We'll put it down to a misunderstanding. Should you need me, I'm sure I'll be there, but you would probably only need me if you're in dire straits. The name is Gideon Lightward."
Gideon Lightward.
Yes.
Putting that in my book.
I mean, you can ask him if he's in the book.
All right, then yeah. Are you in the book?
I was a member of El Terrell, yes, of the populace. My name will be in that book.
As he walks past, can I roll a perception check to see if he smells dead?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. And like 6.
6. You're getting a lot of sulfur, but and like you cooked a good breakfast for everyone. That's still sort of on your clothes. You know, you cooked the bacon a bit too longer, the invisible bacon. So you're still getting a bit of that. And then you're definitely getting cinnamon from Feitora's rose. You're getting that. But other than that, you don't really notice.
Is he getting,
As
is he
he's
getting
leaving-
some of my brute?
Oh yeah. Some of flash art, odor flash art.
As he's leaving, you know the sword we're looking for.
Yeah.
I say, oh man of mystery, please tell us. Do you know about the sword of omens?
Zariel's, and then I whisper in Felix, Zariel's sword.
Zariel's sword.
There
At
we go.
that, he stops. He looks down at you, Felix, and he goes, "I must leave now, but walk with me a while, Felix. Maybe I will have some information for you."
Outside?
Yes.
You want me to walk outside?
Yes.
Okay. Am I allowed? I look at Feitora and I go, can I go and play outside?
I look to Gideon. I go, can I stand in the doorway so that if something happens, I can keep an eye on him? I don't have to be near you. He can take you like a couple of feet away, but I've got spells. I can reach you from a couple of feet.
I know where to do. I can get out of there easy. I got like the easy.
Yeah.
Then I will.
You go and do your thing. You go and find the child. I'm gonna go for this walk with this really cool dude because I think he's quite cool. Because go on to shot him in the foot.
Yeah.
And I don't think
I'm
he's
just
bad
saying that
because-
Felix's negotiation skills are a little better than mine.
Okay.
You opened strong, Gore Hunter.
So I'm gonna go with him, and I'm gonna.
So I
gonna
just make
walk out the
Felix.
door.
I make Felix promise to message all of us that if something goes wrong, Felix has to message us and let us know.
And as I
Okay.
leave, I shake a little bottle, tap the bottle, and I go, I got it. See you in a bit.
What's the bottle?
It's a little potion bottle.
Okay, all right. And then I go over to Alder, who's obviously a bit awake now, check he isn't concussed. And after Felix has done his thing, I ask him questions.
Cool. So let's do Older Ravengard first.
Oh, okay.
I want to come back to the other one. So he's a bit groggy. He remembers going to the Grand Cemetery. There was something about a demon portal that was there, and he found this helmet, which is the Helm of Torm or something or other, which he's put on.
That's good.
Uh,
I've just made my way over to Jeremiah, and I'm just like
Hold on. What's this?
side talking to him. I'm like, I think I screwed up at some point here.
What's this about a demon portal? And that's I'm more concerned on the demon portal that's in the Grand Cemetery.
Yeah, he says him and his guards managed to close it because there were demons coming through. He said it's fine. He put on the Helm of Torm site because he needed to figure out a way to make the city safe.
Sight. Okay.
Yeah, Helm of Torm site. He said once he put it on, he passed out and he had what he described as a spirit journey. And he's speaking a bit like Lebowski. He's going, yeah, man.
Oh, goodness.
It's like,
I don't know who Lebowski is.
he's
I'm sorry.
He's
Oh
the
my
dude.
God.
He's the
Homework
dude.
for this week. Homework for this week. Gotta watch the Big Lebowski.
Oh, him. Okay.
Well, that's not Lebowski.
That's John Goodman.
That's his
He's
name.
in the film.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says Ravengard saw a bloodied woman in armor. He saw a soldier wearing the colours and crest of Elturel, grasping a long sword fit for an angel. Fresh blood streamed from a nasty cut on the woman's cheek. Flying next to the woman was a small golden elephant with rapidly fluttering wings. And he looks at Lulu, who's perched on your shoulder, and goes, "Oh!" As an enormous demon threatened to devour the woman, she plunged the sword into the ground while the winged elephant made a trumpet sound with its trunk. The demon was hurled back as an alabaster palace rose up around the sword. The winged elephant fled and took to the sky, the red sky of Avernus, where it watched as a bloody scab grew up from the ground to engulf the palace and the enormous demon. The winged elephant fled and wandered in a delirium before coming upon two odd bird-like humanoids dressed in patchwork armor and standing next to a strange infernal iron vehicle. The bird creatures were equipped with odd weapons and tools. At this, Lulu is having a shit fit.
Oh.
She's suffering flashbacks.
I'm holding her and I'm like trying to calm her.
Cool. As you do that, she's like, she sends telepathically to just you. She's like, I remember, yes, I could change into the giant golden mammoth. In this form, I was Zariel's war mount. Zariel's most loyal hell rider, Yale, took the sword and plunged it into a rock. I called on every ounce of goodness in my heart to raise a shield around it, a fortress against the evil. Demon Lord Yenogu wants to destroy Zariel's sword. He hates it as much as he hates her. We fought him once, but I don't remember where. I wandered Avernus for a while, all in a haze, and I hid in a place called the Wandering Emporium. I made a friend there. His name was Mahadi. Maybe he can help us. And she's like really agitated now. She's like, we need to go out and look. I need to look outside. And she flutters up and she manages to find a hole in the roof. And she flies to the highest spire and she looks out, and then she comes down excited again because she says, Fort Knucklebone, that's where we've got to go. I can see it. It's over there, Fort Knucklebone. That's where we must head.
Right. What was the demon lord's name?
He's fucking amazing.
Yengozu.
Can I have that spelt, please? I don't speak demonic.
He's that.
He's basically the demon lord of Knolls.
Okay.
You know Knolls, the hyena type
Yeah.
creatures.
But how do you spell his name? Yenwa.
Yenghouzu or something.
Stick
Okay.
around, Splash Heart will be running with him soon, don't worry.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So we know.
Was Mahadi the guy that gave me my new shoes? Was that the same dude?
That was
Maybe.
Mahadi. That was Mahadi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a fucking Rashaka. All right.
Fucking Rakshasa. Fuck.
Yeah, Rashaka. Cool. So Lulu knows where to go then, and so Lulu knows. So why we need to go to Fort Knucklebone for Mahadi, not for the sword.
No,
The sword's
not for Mahadi. No, Mahadi's not there. She's just like, she remembers being at Fort Knucklebone. She's like, this is where we've got to go. This is where we've got to go. She's like really excited.
Okay.
Now. She's like, it's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming. Fort Knucklebone.
Oh, right. Okay. Let me check on Alder. Make sure he's healed first, and then we go. Like, okay. So I start doing that, looking after Alder, getting him patched up, kind of thing, making sure he's okay. Instantly go to Jeremiah and Flashheart. I went, Lulu is having a fit. She remembers Fort Knucklebone. She wants to go to, she says that's where we need to go because she remembers the sword being plunged into a stone and making a shield around the sword because there's a demon lord that wants to destroy it. This sword is meant to be very powerful, but she thinks even if it's not a Fort Knucklebone, she thinks she'll remember more there of where to go for this sword.
Does she remember melting my face off last time she got excited? So,
in terms of melting people's faces off, Flashy, you ain't got a leg to stand on, babe.
Felix,
should we go? Should we go to Fort Knucklebone?
Definitely.
I just
sorry about your kid, guys. Hope you find him. Sorry.
Never mind about the little girl. She's not important.
Felix, you're walking outside with Gideon Lightward.
Just out of interest, I put that up. Where in the city is it,
You're in High Hall. Fort Knucklebone is outside of the city.
We
So
will have to
High Hall-
leave the city.
Where's Fort Knucklebone?
Outside the city.
Outside.
We need to leave the city basically to get there.
Yeah. You're currently in High Hall.
As we go to leave, I actually go back to Aldo first and go, out of curiosity, do you still need that helmet?
And he's like, probably not.
I'm just wondering if you do not mind. We're gonna go and follow with the. I re-showed the elephant to see if he reacts again because it was quite funny. I'll be honest, and then go where this elephant is telling us where to go. That will mean going into Avernus. I don't know whether that helmet will be better off situated for one of us, so that we don't maybe die as quickly.
I mean, it grants visions, from what I can tell. It knocked me unconscious, but yes, feel free to take it. And he takes it off and hands it over.
Thank you very much. And yeah, Victoria. The last time I saw him, I slapped him. She's very much like, thank you. And then I go back over.
Are you gonna put the helmet on?
I can't attune to it. So does it require attunement?
I think so. Yes.
Then I first of all ask to Jeremiah and Flashheart and Funkin and things. Well, do people mind if I wear this first?
No.
Apparently it not.
I'm as attuned as I can be at the moment.
And then I will unattune from the amulet to proof of detection. Because I don't think it's just because I'm fucking detection free doesn't mean the rest of the party is. So that's useless now. So if you are happy for me to unattune and then attune.
No, that's fine, Bobs. Yeah.
And then I
so Feria sees it and she goes, "Oh, it needs a special prayer to Torm to activate. I know it." She says, "I can teach it to you if you like."
Yes, please. Will it affect me because I don't follow Torm? Well, yeah.
So anybody can use it. It'll be fine.
Okay, then I would very much appreciate to know this prayer to Torm.
Okay, so you start to learn that. I'll need
Give me a T.
A DC 10 religion check from you while you attune to it. Felix, you are with Gideon, and he talks to you. He says, "You mentioned the sword of Zariel. That is not a wise thing to tout around these parts. Many seek it. Zariel wishes not to see it again. She sent it away from her. I know this because I have it on first-hand authority from her. What do you wish to do with the sword?"
Well, right. From my understanding, I am not a religious person. I'm an entertainer, a performer. However, we've ended up, our great little team here, we've ended up in hell. Now, we feel like we should be doing some kind of good here. I'm led to believe if we did get the sword and possibly return the sword, there is a chance for this whole kerfuffle, seeing as we've used that word a couple of times tonight, could be sorted out. Everybody can go back home, and I can really just end up in some bars doing some singing, maybe goose in a barmaid. You know, I just want an easy life. So that's where I'm coming from on this, really. If you need more factual information of what's actually going down, I'd speak to some of the other guys in the team because they might know a bit more. But that's me essentially, I think.
Well, a word of warning. Zariel doesn't wish to be reunited with her sword. And with that, he pops down the glasses and looks at you over the top of them. Can you make me a con save, please?
Ooh.
Yes, I can.
Back in the flash. Can we have all sorts?
Constitution saving throw.
Yes, please.
18.
18. Cool, you passed it. However, you take 15 necrotic damage.
That's all
As
right.
you fall to your knees, he flicks the glasses back up and says, "We are done, Felix." And he
I say,
goes off into the ruins.
not the problem. As he does that, I chug my potion and I follow him. And I'd like to use the potion that you gave me. And it's a potion of gaseous form.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yes, Johnny.
He
Good
is
name.
heading off. He's heading back to the Grand Cemetery.
I keep following him.
Excellent. Cool. Fatora, did you pass the intelligence
Yeah,
check?
I got a 14.
Okay. Can you make me a con save, please?
Yeah. Where's it? That one. Oh, 6.
6. Okay. So you fall unconscious and take
That's fine.
16 points of force damage. As
How
the
much?
16.
Oh, thanks. I
As-
thought you said 60, and I was like,
No,
wait,
6,
what?
1 6. As the visions you experience overwhelm you, and everybody else just sees you. You're saying the prayer, you put the helmet on, you let out a squeak, and then you passed out and thudded into the floor.
Cool.
And that's where we'll end.
Oh!
Oh!
On a cliffhanger again. Oh my god. Dun, dun, dun.
Da, da, da.
So there we go,
Cool, though.
everybody. Thank you
That's
very
fine.
much.
That was awesome. That was
That's
awesome.
so cool.
I
We're
love it.
actually getting somewhere. It's great.
Yeah.
We know
Oh,
it's gonna end.
I love when. Oh, I love
Next
when.
week
Like,
we
I
get to
love when- I
recross
love
the
when
bridge.
when the web and the characters will kind of like pull out,
Yeah.
you know, and you get like that over the top view of like, hold on, so this is happening here, and this is happening here, and this is happening
Yeah.
here. Love it. I love
So
it.
there's so many plates spinning all over the
It's
place.
fantastic. Yeah, you get
Next week
I love
we get
the
to
fact that-
recross the bridge.
I love the
Well,
fact
and
that
I'm really sorry that Bushy's sick, but I was really happy to be invited back.
Oh, you were great. You're great fun to play with. You can come
well,
back
you
anytime.
didn't fucking balls deep now, innit? Because you got to try and kill us, you little sword.
I know. Wait, is that the thing? Does he have to kill us or just find it, or just like find us?
Terminated us, I think.
Well, I don't know. Are you the people he's after? Do
No,
you
I
own
know,
a tavern?
But I can't remember when I wrote it down because I was kind of zoned out while writing because my brain did that. Whether it said eliminate or just infiltrate. Because I know he's got to infiltrate, but he hasn't said.
They haven't
They-
said anything about eliminate.
No, they
for
just
the
want to
time
know.
being.
Yeah, they just want to know where we are and what we're doing.
I mean, what? Do you guys own a tavern then?
Nah, of course we don't. We drink here. We'd be shit having no. We drink all the booze.
What I
wasn't
find
me.
interesting is that you've got this whole flash art arc.
Mm.
He could get away with all this, you know. He could,
Oh yeah.
he could
He
get
played
away
an
with all
absolute
We
blinder.
this could all stay on the wraps for the next 40 years.
I'm just saying, I've got my eye on the Elf Song Tavern, but it's quite expensive.
Like during hell right now, we've got Flash Heart's arc. We've seen an insight to what maybe Bushy's eyes can do since his eyes look the same. You've got obviously I'm trying to work out with Lulu the whole religion side of this all. You've got Chatbox doing his own thing of working for who knows who, trying to find out these
Chatbox
people.
is the random element in this story.
I don't think you are because I think that's going to tie in.
Yeah.
I can see what Gary's doing with our story arc because we pissed some people off a long time ago.
Yeah.
And you were blatantly working for them. But we don't know that.
Well, no, I can't say that I'm working for them now because we haven't figured that out yet. So.
And that's the other thing then, because knowing Gary, he's gonna bring stuff to do this well with you two in at some point. Although to be fair, Johnny still wants.
It's when Flash Art's like kill all the children, and then one of them turns to him and goes, "Daddy." Then it's gonna be fantastic.
No, I like that Fatora. It's like okay, you're having visions. You got a magical flying elephant that speaks to you through through the
great.
mind, and you've got to find a magic sword, and they got to close the portal to hell. And Flashheart, kill some kids.
Stop them in a sack.
However,
I mean,
never have two missions
give
be
someone a
more
mannequin.
tailored to each character. Like, my mission would make no sense for Flash Heart to want to do. It's so
Amazing.
cool. I'm absolutely loving it.
Thank
great.
you to our amazing players. Thanks, Chatbox, for coming in at short notice again. It's amazing to have you.
Yeah, nice one, Gorman. It's so
Um,
lovely playing with you. Thank
Loving
you.
it.
Yeah.
Giving us
Yeah,
some
great
nice
fun. Thank
dimension on.
Invite me anytime.
Yeah, definitely
Will
will.
Always.
Thank you as always to our 3 amazing sponsors. We've got the epic Lost Boys Pizza, woo-hoo! Monkey's Emporium, woo! And Shake Glass Game. Woo! Amazing. Yeah, I think we're back same time next week. I don't know. I'm not sure who we're going to have playing. Hopefully, we'll have everybody. It'll be a shame not to have Chatbox.
No.
But if anybody
I'm
drops
turning
out
back into an NPC.
in the meantime, we will keep you on the periphery so that at any point we can bring you in
Yeah.
to cause
I love that.
chaos and mess with the party because that's quite nice.
I'm pretty sure if your bosses can astral project themselves to you, that they can fucking teleport you somewhere if they need you to.
I need him in the game, guys.
I'm just gonna throw out a little American commercial. Hey, check out Black Acid Studios
Yeah,
on,
definitely. Yeah.
on
Thank you.
Facebook.
Yeah.
we're
There's
coming
stuff
back.
happening.
We're coming back
Yay.
next month.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Can't wait.
I need your character from a selfish perspective in the game because we were in that situation together. So you are my scapegoat.
It was a lot of fun. And I'm happy to be the patsy.
Totally. Thanks, Johnny, for running everything in the background tonight.
Yeah, well played,
Again,
Johnny.
short notice, but it's amazing. We've managed to put out something tonight. It's brilliant.
And thank you, Guy, for DMing because I was
Always.
fucking awesome. We're all loving it.
Always brilliant performance.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
And
just
thank
out
you,
to
chat, for
mess
controlling
with you lot.
Funkin
Yes.
and keeping Funkin alive.
Yeah, and Fatora didn't die this week, so that's a bonus.
No,
We
but I
were
did
playing
pass
now.
out, so you know, there's that.
Oh yeah,
Unconscious.
same thing.
There we go.
I don't set out to do that, honestly. It just always happens.
It's fine. It's fine.
Brilliant. Cool. Brilliant. Yeah, same time next week. Thanks again to all our players, everyone supporting the channel. Thank you. Woo-hoo.
Bye.